What's up guys, it's Tommy here, and in today's video we will talk about Liverpool being in talks with Milos Kerkez, the very exciting young left back who is one of the top priorities for Liverpool, and the talks are progressing well. But first let me say justice for the 96, gone but never forgotten, justice for the 97, I think now it's 97 fans who sadly passed away because of the Hillsborough disaster. Today is the 36th year anniversary of the darkest day in the history of Liverpool Football Club. I highly suggest or recommend you guys to read up on the event and the aftermath and the repercussions that still to this day many Liverpool fans feel. And even Virgil van Dijk confirmed, and Arne Slot confirmed, that Liverpool will gear up towards a really busy summer where we will definitely strengthen the team and the squad to make it even more successful and even better, to give Liverpool an even better chance of winning trophies and titles next season. And David Ornstein confirmed that Liverpool are gearing up towards a really busy summer, and he also named potentially 6 or 7 players that Liverpool could sell in order to fund the big signings. David Ornstein said it's going to be a really busy summer at Liverpool with recruitment. I think Liverpool are in the mix for Dean Huijsen at Bournemouth, the centre back, and Milos Kerkez, the left back as well. Perhaps a striker with Darwin Núñez expected to leave as well. Trent is still expected to leave for Real Madrid, and the uncertainty surrounding Ibrahima Konate, who is going into the last 12 months of his contract with no breakthrough on his contract yet. The big question is what's going to happen with Jarrell Kwanzaa, Harvey Elliott, Joe Gomez, Luis Diaz, who is also approaching the final 2 years of his contract, and Diogo Jota as well. So there is a lot of things to sort out for Liverpool, a lot of big decisions to make. And David Ornstein said it's a different situation with Trent Alexander-Arnold. The expectation is that he will leave for Real Madrid as a free agent at the end of the season, and perhaps some criticism for Liverpool, for FSG on that front, for leaving it late on a younger player who has come through the youth academy system at Liverpool. But it was also engineered by Trent Alexander-Arnold and his agent and his brother, because at the time when Alisson signed a 6-year contract, Van Dijk signed a 5-year contract, Trent Alexander-Arnold only signed a 4-year contract, which means that Trent definitely wanted this scenario to happen, that he is approaching the free agency and he can pick and choose which offer to get and which big bag of money he gets. And David Ornstein confirmed that Liverpool are among the clubs with a firm interest in Dean Huijsen. At the moment, this has been reported elsewhere and it's accurate. Chelsea and Arsenal are in the mix as well. But Milos Kerkez also fueled the Liverpool transfer talks with liking posts on Instagram saying that Salah renewed his contract and that Van Dijk is about to renew his contract as well. And Milos Kerkez already admitted his dream to play at the highest level, and he said in the summer we will see what happens. He's almost certain to leave Bournemouth for a bigger club. He's only 21 years old, but he's already probably in the team of the season for the Premier League. And here you can see that on Instagram, the post Mo Salah stays and the post that Van Dijk is making good progress on his contract, those posts were liked by Milos Kerkez's official Instagram account. It's certainly not a confirmation that Kerkez will join Liverpool, but it's interesting given the speculation surrounding the player. And Kerkez already has close ties to the Liverpool squad through Dominik Szoboszlai, who is his Hungarian teammate and one of his best friends as well. And Milos Kerkez, with his high work rate, intensity, his energy, his age profile, his price, only 40-45 million pounds, he would fit in really well with Arne Slot's setup. And I think Liverpool will sell one of Tsimikas or Robertson. Probably Tsimikas and Robertson will be allowed to run down his contract. And Robertson made quite a few high-profile errors this season, but Robertson is also, even though he is second in the all-time defender assist charts with 59 assists, his attacking output has declined significantly, because while Trent Alexander-Arnold keeps getting assists, Robertson only has 1 assist in 41 games this season in all competitions, And Kerkez is a whopping 10 years younger than Robertson, and Tsimikas is not on the level required for Liverpool, who want to challenge for the title continuously and want to win the Champions League in the next 2 or 3 years. Virgil van Dijk pretty much confirmed that Liverpool are planning to make it a big summer of transfers, and I think Van Dijk and Salah wanted assurances from the Liverpool hierarchy that Liverpool will continue to be a club who aim to win the biggest trophies, and that means that they got guarantees from the Liverpool hierarchy that Liverpool will strengthen in the summer. And Virgil van Dijk said, I think Liverpool should be able to challenge for titles in the upcoming years. Whatever happens in terms of players going out, players coming in, I think it should be a big summer. I think Liverpool are planning to make it a big summer, so all we have to trust the board to do the right job. I think we 100% can improve. I think we shouldn't forget the quality that the Premier League possesses, especially this season. It's incredible how everyone can beat everyone in the league. Brentford got a draw at Arsenal. Chelsea-Ipswich was a draw. We obviously lost against Fulham last week, so we can't forget that either. This year there is a training camp and there is time for the team to work on what the manager wants, and I think that will then improve the team. I think a proper pre-season would definitely help the club in order to be even more consistent than we already have been. And you have to make the most of these summers where there is no World Cup, no Euros, and the whole squad can train together. Also, we can get a good rest after a really grueling season. And also Van Dijk commented on Mo Salah and his incredible season. You can't put into words how consistent Salah is. Obviously his numbers, but the work rate he has put in over those last 8 years at the club is incredible, and he can still show it for another few years. And being successful with Liverpool, the culture of the club, everything that embodies Liverpool, that is just part of me. And Van Dijk is only set to become the second Liverpool captain to lift the Premier League trophy after Jordan Henderson, and he's looking to add to that. I love the club, that's pretty obvious. I think you can see that in the way I speak about the club, the way I work for the club in terms of what I do on the pitch and on and off the pitch, and that will always be the same. We are 2 wins, just 6 points away from glory. I know what it means to the club, and I know what it will bring us if it happens. Most of the players don't, so when it happens, it will be beautiful. But we still have a job to do. Liverpool still need to stay professional and get over the finish line. We need to beat Leicester, and then against Tottenham, it could be a big party. If we beat Tottenham, we win the Premier League title. Gary Neville said, we talk a lot about loyalty not existing in the game of football as much anymore, but you look at what Salah has done, and he could have left at different points in his Liverpool career, and he hasn't done so. So well done to him for that. He's right up there with the likes of Henry, Ronaldo, Rooney, Shearer, Kane. His numbers are up there with them. He has done it for such a long time. And whilst he might not get the same glamour as those players or the headlines, he deserves them. And I fully agree with Gary Neville's point. The big hypothetical question was put to Jamie Carragher: should Trent Alexander-Arnold play for Liverpool again after he comes back from his injury? It's interesting how long it will be before Trent is back and fit. If he's going to move on, as most people expect that he does, whether he comes back into the team or whether the manager goes, no, I'm going to give Conor Bradley a good run of games. Not have a look at him for next season, but have a look at him in terms of whether they go out and buy a first choice right back, or can Conor Bradley be that man, which I think he can. Then Liverpool would go out and buy a utility player in that role, or a backup fullback. So I think it will be interesting to see what Arne Slot does until the end of the season in that right back position. But I do think in terms of a left back, Liverpool will be in the market for one and buy one. There is no doubt about that. And here is the points per game required for each figure to finish on X amount of points, and also how many points can a team drop to finish on a certain amount of points. And as you can see, Liverpool can still drop 13 points and win the title, which is absolutely crazy, because Arsenal can only get to 81 points even if they win all of the rest of their games. And that was like 87 points not too long ago. But Arsenal, I think, drew 3 of their last 6 or 5 games. So Arsenal are not that consistent. And Liverpool can still get to 94 points. I think Liverpool will get to 88 or 89 points, and Arsenal would probably get to 79. I don't think Arsenal will win all of their games remaining. They have, of course, both eyes on the Champions League. And what's crazy to me is that, Nottingham Forest and Newcastle are on course to finish in below 80 points as below 70 points if they keep the same average points total. Usually 70 points gets you comfortably 4th place, but this season it could even get you 3rd place in the Premier League. So the Premier League is extremely competitive. Even Bournemouth can finish in the Champions League places still. They have a chance for that, but I think the most likely is that Chelsea might drop out of the top 5 because they have a harder fixture list than teams like Nottingham Forest or Newcastle and Man City, and Chelsea not beating Ipswich is a big dagger to their hopes. The most important thing is Liverpool will be Premier League champions, and congratulations to Arne Slot, who absolutely smashed the previous record of how many wins a new manager gets in his first 50 games as a Liverpool manager in all competitions. Previously, the record was joint held by Kenny Dalglish and Joe Fagan, winning 29 of their 50 games, which is great because that's almost like 60%, but Arne Slot won 36 of his 50 games. That's 72% of wins from the first 50 games. That is absolutely insane. I mean, Jurgen Klopp had a close to a 60% win ratio, and that was the best since Bob Paisley. And now Arne Slot is even smashing Jurgen Klopp's record, of course, in his first season, but still, that's absolutely sensational, and it symbolizes something far greater. A manager who is not only surviving Jurgen Klopp's shadow, but who's also already carving his own legacy into the Liverpool history books. Arne Slot has kept Liverpool in the title conversation. He reinvigorated a squad which fizzled out at the end of last season, and he instilled belief in a Liverpool fan base who is of course used to success, but the Liverpool fan base was bracing for a transitional season where Liverpool will just try to get to top 4, get a good cup run in, maybe win a domestic trophy. And it would have been even sweeter if Arne Slot won the League Cup and the Premier League, but just the Premier League, as the rival fans call it, just the Premier League is still the most successful season of any Liverpool manager in his first season since probably Bob Paisley or Joe Fagan, who won major trophies in their first seasons. I mean, they have been absolutely sensational. And Arne Slot will certainly go down into Liverpool folklore. And will he be a Liverpool legend already? I mean, whoever wins the Premier League title in Liverpool as a manager is a Liverpool legend in my eyes. If you win either the Champions League or the Premier League, you will be a legend in this illustrious football club's history. And I think Arne Slot will deserve that. And it's pretty ridiculous, even though, Liverpool dominated the 80s. We had so many title wins, so many Champions Leagues. And yet, in the modern era, Arne Slot smashed all the previous Liverpool managers' records by achieving 36 wins in his first 50 games. And just incredible what Arne Slot has done. In his first season, coming from the Eredivisie, where so many other managers failed, so many other Dutch managers failed in the Premier League, Arne Slot came and he absolutely smashed it. Liverpool fans all thought this would be a transitional year, and he's absolutely strolling to the title. And it's not Arne Slot's fault that Arsenal, Man City and Chelsea and all the other clubs messed up their seasons. Liverpool absolutely fully deserved this Premier League title. And I think this perfectly encapsulates how Liverpool fans felt going into the season. A Liverpool fan said, "I felt before the season, finally a season with no pressure. Let's see what the new manager can do with this team and where we need to strengthen." Little did I know what I was in for, laughing my ass off. That is absolutely perfectly encapsulates what an absolutely big surprise this whole season has been, because many Liverpool fans expected Liverpool to struggle and to lose quite a lot of games. And certainly nobody, I don't think anybody expected Liverpool to win the title and to be 13 points clear with 6 games to go. That's still mental to say it out loud. Come on Liverpool, let's finish the job, let's win the Premier League title. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed this, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.